2 $25 gift cards.
Winning!
For the ultimate local seafood hookup.
Mouth-watering shrimp.
Buttery red royals.
All things crab.
Tap the app, win the eats, get to clicking on the ESPN Northwest Florida app.
This is Patrick with Turf Pro Pest Control. Do you want a great-looking lawn? Call Turf Pro. We will come out to your property and make a customized plan for your lawn. Then we will do the most important part, execute that plan. Turf Pro is a locally owned and operated company. We take pride in making your lawn beautiful. Call Turf Pro. You will love your lawn. The blue and yellow trucks make your lawn green. Find us on Facebook at Turf Pro PC.
It's time to take your season to the next level when the Jaguars return to the bank in 2026. Become a season ticket member and unlock exclusive access to ticketed events, members-only experiences, NFL membership club perks, and more. Availability is limited due to in-bowl renovations, so don't wait. Call 904-633-2000 or visit jaguars.com/season tickets to secure your spot at the center of the action. We'll see you at the bank this fall.
Discover the new Kia. Stop by Bill Bird Kia today and test drive the all-new 2026 Kia, where comfort, safety, and technology come together like never before. Explore the new 2026 SUV family that moves you and drive away in a new 2026 Seltos, Sportage, or Sorento that are built to inspire every journey. Craving performance? Feel the thrill in the luxurious 2026 Kia K5 sedan, crafted for power, style, and you. And for innovation that sparks excitement, check out the 2026 all-electric Kia EV9, a modern masterpiece that's fast-charging, rugged, and roomy. Bill Bird Kia is the original 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. It's the peace of mind that you can trust. Visit us at 2435 East 15th Street, Panama City, or online at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com. Bill Bird Kia, your local community dealer. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for details.
Don't let biased algorithms or degree screens or exclusive professional networks or stereotypes, don't let anything keep you from discovering the half of the workforce who are stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time to tear the paper ceiling and see the stars beyond it. Find out how you can make stars part of your talent strategy at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. John. ESPN Northwest Florida. Rise and shine, campers. It's a brand new day.
What a lovely morning.
Good morning, Starshine.
You seem happy this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming in early.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local. Live from the J. Michaels Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub! Hey! Hot tub! Yeah! Our hot tub's going to be filled up today, James. Look at that. Right? We got the radar on here. Did you do that?
I did not. I thought it was you.
I didn't do it.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Yeah,
that didn't wake you up. Nothing will. Good morning. Welcome to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Tuesday's such a special day. We got three studs in here this morning. Big J. James, what are you wearing today?
I got the Cubby jersey going on today. Different one from yesterday, but still a Cub jersey.
Still a Cub jersey. Looking good. Looking good, buddy. I like the way you got your hair parted today. Looks good.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit longer. That way it's got a little bit of stand to it. Doing a little bit of growth on the side. I had an idea for the 4th of July I'm going to go with.
I like it. I hope it's red, white, and blue, and not blue and white.
No, it might have some color to it. It might have a little, shaven into the side of it. That's a little patriotic.
Well, today is going to be I think sometime after 12, the storms will hit. They said we have some really strong
If you
wind.
want, we can get the cameras over to it, and you can stand in front of it and point at the screen like like the weather guy does.
Well, I might have Jason do it. More women will watch the show if Jason does it instead of me.
Rain? No rain. You're welcome.
Anyway, it's going to be a messy day today and tomorrow. I guess it's a tropical system, correct? It's
get your helmet and shoes ready. Get
yeah,
your closet ready.
Yes. Get in your safe place and stay.
Birmingham's calling you.
Well, it's going to be. I think it's going to hit up there too. So I don't know where I would go. I think I'm set.
Looks like this part of the country would be safe.
Maybe get down to Cape Coral.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. May have to swim there. I don't know. But anyway, before we get rolling the show today, I got Jason Kovaleski, Max Fit Sports Nutrition. You want to look better, feel better. He's helped so many people, so many different high school athletes. Jason, what's going on down the store?
Not a whole lot. Just, have a free sample bar and Body 570. We do have the bodybuilding show at Arnold this weekend on Saturday. Woo! So the morning show is going to be, I think, 9, and then the evening show starts about 5. And, obviously that was a memorial to Vic, who passed away last year. So
great
we want
man.
to get really good guy. So really sad that happened.
He's been on the show several times. I really
been here. Really good guy. Did a lot for the bodybuilding community around here. Really selfless. I mean, these shows don't make a ton of money. I mean, it's just because for the love of the sport, and have some of these local athletes have a outlet to be able to compete and show off their physique. So we're hoping to get a lot of sponsors, a lot of people out there. So if you want to, be a sponsor, it's a good opportunity. They have a great crowd out there. I set up a booth. I get a lot of customers out there just by handing out samples and talking to people. So it's a good way to network. So if you are interested, you can contact Kimley Sellers. She's on Facebook. You can call me or come by Max Fit, and I can get you in contact with whoever if you are looking to sponsor. But this is a memorial to Vic and the family and everybody that helped out with these shows, but we want to make this one special for him.
Yeah, and I think Kimberly, we're having her on here Friday.
We will have her on Friday. She's going to talk a lot more about the show, talk a little bit about the competitors and how the venue's set up. So it is our Arnold High School, so we're excited to have it back there this year. I think last year was at Bay High, which is a great venue too. So this year's back on the beach.
It just doesn't seem as nice. Something about Bay and Arnold. This seems like Arnold's better, right?
I will say this. They both have some very nice
facilities.
Outlets. Bay High's is brand new. Arnold's still looks really good. So you can't go wrong either one, though.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I know Jim Brandt has entered in the senior competition. I'm looking forward to that. Him and that Speedo. I tell you something about him and that Speedo is pretty impressive. Yeah. He's been working on his tan, too. I don't know if you know.
I need to work on my tan. I work too much.
That's right. Okay, protect that skin. Before we get into sports this morning, I got to do the Mutual of Omaha Wild Kingdom update.
Who got beheaded by a bear this week?
Well, it's the Bears have kind of been mean lately. No, one thing that's happened, did you hear about the person that fell off the 23rd floor? 23rd. Jim and I were talking about that before the show. I don't like heights anyway.
I don't either.
I would not want to be up that high in a condo or anything. And some of them you have to walk outside them. It's not like an inner way. You have to walk outside them. And if you're drinking too much, if you're horse playing, I know. Tell them
better
what really.
Trust the guy that put the rail up. Too.
Yeah,
I mean,
you just never
if he
know.
drank or.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't like that. But
I lived on the 10th floor one time, and I learned that those buildings sway on purpose because if they didn't, they would snap in half if it got like real windy. So I did not like that at all. I learned about
Jim's built that way. Aren't you kind of built to you sway? Yeah, you snap in half. Anyway, do you like heights? Are you okay with it?
To a point, yeah. When we went to Chicago, went to I think it was a Sears. It's not called Sears Tower, but that's what it was.
Yeah.
When my son got married, and there's a thing you can walk out, and I surprisingly did it with Savannah and Carolyn, where you got the glass floor below you.
I've seen those. God.
And you're hanging out, and it really wasn't that bad. To me, the worst thing was when I looked up because they had like a camera and you could see yourself. That kind of threw me out. But you got to tell yourself, they're not going to build this to kill people.
Right.
This is going to be, they're not trying to kill you.
So you
you're not going to fall.
Yeah.
But most people ain't trying.
They're never accidents. Nothing.
But you look down and you go like, man, we're a long way up.
Hey, James, they built those condos down in Miami not to collapse. Okay.
Right. Well, yeah, they built them not to collapse outward. They built them to collapse inward.
Yes. Anyway,
there was a video going around this week. It might be old too, of the girl that was bungee jumping that they didn't hook the cord to.
Did you see that?
That was insane to me. I'm like, when are they going to connect the cord?
Isn't that kind of like a big part of the job?
Yeah.
But hey, did you hook her up?
No, I thought you did.
That's secondary information.
Just throw her over. She's good. She'll make it.
That's what happened, and she did not.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh my God. Oh, back in Julie's home state in Mississippi.
They did well in the World Series too.
Yeah, so
Ole Miss Alabama just means more.
Yeah, let's don't talk sports right now, okay? We talking about something else. Anyway, They caught a gator in Mississippi, and there's a lot. Listen, there's a lot of gators in Mississippi. They truly are.
I bet.
This one they caught, and I think it was tagged back in 2009. They catch it, and of course now he's gone. But anyway, they estimated that gator, this particular one, like almost 100 years old. I didn't realize they lived that long.
Yeah, that old gator. Yeah. That old.
What hunts them? What eats them?
Not much.
Yeah,
we do.
Maybe Glenn Manley.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't-
Louisianans.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, which states have the most gators in the South?
Right, here we go.
Louisiana.
You're correct. What's number 2?
Florida.
I'd probably go Florida.
Yes, you're correct. Oh, I didn't realize this. It's like a lot more. You know, you got the bayou, you got all that stuff. You got a lot more down there. And we had the alligator hunters on our show before. They're wonderful. The swamp people.
Yeah.
Loved them. They did a great job. Of course, they go down to South Florida now and hunt the snakes.
That's
now, the
great.
biggest female gator caught ever was in the great state of Florida. It's 2021, 10 feet, almost 7 inches. That's a big gator, guys. 10 foot long.
Wasn't
is
that
a big
caught
gator.
here in Bay County or over in Gulf County, somewhere near here?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I almost thought it was caught like very close to
They were
here.
like 20 feet long. That seems a little small.
Well, you got different breeds. You got the crocs. You got saltwater crocs.
Okay.
The saltwater crocodiles are huge.
The movie I
Huge.
saw, man, that thing was like 30
Go to
feet
St.
long.
Augustine and look at that skeleton they had, or the stuffed one they had that used to live there.
Yeah, I think I have seen that.
that
Well,
was
we'll call it Springs, see old Joe.
Yeah, old Joe. Yeah, yeah. Hey, let's ask Mike. He knows exactly what's going on in the Gatorland. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. I have a quiz for you. And don't Google. What's Michael Jordan's number for the Bulls?
23.
All right. What was David Palmer's number for the Tide?
2.
Okay. If you take 14 and 9 and add them together, what does that equal?
I don't know.
How many Alabama gave up?
Thank
That's
you.
right.
I
Just
knew
by
this
the
was
smart
going.
man.
I knew we talked. Hey, the Buckeye boy before this show even started pointed it out to me. 23-2, man. 23-2. What?
Did y'all know the tournament was this weekend? Did you know the tournament was this week?
I think we're what do you call them? Twin sons of different mothers.
Yeah, yeah.
He's from the Lake Erie side of the family. I got one thing to say, and this is serious. I'm going to get serious. I want to thank Coach Hale, Coach Brandt, Jason, and people like y'all all over the country and callers who I believe had a role in sending Sorsby to the NFL.
Woo! Yes. Amen, baby.
I want to say
Amen.
one thing. Jim Bob can, because of his pro background, semi-pro, whatever, he can tell you that the supplementary draft ain't so hot. Like they hadn't had one since 2023. No one was taken. I don't know who applied for it. Someone was taken in 2019. The most famous, probably the best player taken in the supplementary draft, Jim Bob. He was from the Big Ten. What was his name?
No, Bernie Kosar to the Browns.
Dang. Look, he's a computer. He is a computer. Yeah.
You are a computer, and I will yield to you on that.
I don't know about Big Ten, but I know Bernie Kosar. I'm 100% on that one.
Okay. I understand. Yeah, he went out early. And,
Yeah.
Here's another thing. Bernie got penalized for gambling.
Yeah, he did.
Severely. But just mention it. And he's one of my few Miami heroes, he and Ed Reed and Revis. But I'm talking about Jeff George.
Oh, yeah, Jeff George. Yeah, I forgot about him.
He came out in the supplemental. And it's just not where he's headed to is free agency and the AFL or whatever close arena team or Canadian, whatever. And he'll have to – here's the thing. The guy was never a star. And I'm going to finish it up with this because we love to talk about recruiting and 3, 4, and 5 stars, but it doesn't matter what your star is if you don't earn it on the battlefield. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have a fabulous week and pray for Troy. They're up against it.
Yeah.
But they're still alive.
They're still alive.
Still
Hey,
Go Trojans.
Go Trojans.
Wait,
Hey,
you want to ask me a question?
No, I was just informed that gator was 11 foot 10 inches, weighed almost 800 pounds. That in Bay County, Highway 22, and they got a picture of it. Wow,
It's a big creature.
Dude, They got gators up with them alone
but this one was
between the
disqualified. This gator was disqualified.
Was it wind aided?
We had an American gator that has the record. This was an immigrant, so this one did not count. Yes.
Okay.
Are there gators in Tennessee?
There are a few, yes. There are. There was one that used to live down near the park in Memphis, and he would cross the Mississippi every day. And then I have seen them well, I'm going to tell you something. About 35 years ago, Alabama wildlife officer said they had counted 33 up there between Decatur and Athens, in the Tennessee River area. They're where you don't expect them. Watch out.
And bull sharks are up in the rivers too now.
Well, bull sharks have they're a brackish shark.
Yeah.
And they're dangerous, obviously. But I'm gonna say something about I'm driving down Highway 2 one night between Campbellton and Malone, and I saw, there's a raccoon up ahead because I saw the orange eyes. I got up there, that gator. I think Highway 2 maybe had 12-foot lanes. I don't know, maybe not. That thing stretched from the white line to the yellow line.
Wow.
All you got to do is jump on their back and hold their mouth shut.
Yeah. Once you get their once you get the mouth closed, you're good.
And you can hold it together with just your two fingers.
All you got to do is get the duct tape with the electrical tape around them, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they're whipping your butt with that dragon tail and clawing you with those claws. Y'all wrestle all the gators you want to. The only gators I'm gonna wrestle are some cheerleaders wearing orange and blue from Gainesville. Hey, y'all be cool. I got to go. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for the call. Thank you, sir. All right. Thank you for that information. Who texted me? I think it was Rob. I'm not 100% sure on that. But anyway, let's talk about some of our great people. We just talked about Max Fit Sports Nutrition. If you have a cholesterol issue, go down and see Jason and get off those pills. Do it naturally. I did, and it works. It truly works. He can help you in so many different ways down there. Pier Park, 23rd Street. Go check it out. You'll be glad you did. We were at the legendary J. Michael's restaurant yesterday. I was telling Jim, we had a Ohio State Buckeye from New York. Upper New York was there. Donna, my old girlfriend Donna passed away. When her husband died, we ate lunch together every Monday and Wednesday for years. And then Glenn and Brian got to meet her, and Phil and everybody else. But anyway, she had passed away. She was getting up there in years, and she had passed away. So we had a little celebration ride for her at J. Michael's. But he was there talking about Casey. We're watching Alabama-Texas game. I mean, Alabama. Who killed Alabama? Oklahoma. Yeah. And he goes, well, you're not gonna like this. And she goes, but I love the Buckeyes. I said, you need to listen tomorrow. We got two Buckeye boys. We started laughing when they said Buckeyes. But anyway, he really good people. They flew in for to take care of some business and stuff like that. But anyway, get out to J. Michael's restaurant. Best seafood, ice cold beer. The special day is black beans and quesadilla. It's really good. Now, if you're over in Lynn Haven, you got to go to see Pat Perno, the city commissioner over there. Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. Man, they treat you so well. The food's incredible. Go there and watch the games today. We got Troy playing today. Troy and West Virginia, I believe, is the first game. We'll talk more about that when we get back. Get out to Beef O'Brady's and Lynn Haven. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. The rain, the storms are on their way. You can hide, but you can't get away.
Wake up with ESPN Northwest Florida. The Coach James Hale Show drags you out of bed weekdays 7 to 9.
They're going to allow beer sold at the new sports complex, yet we can't have a cold beer on the beach.
Yeah. Then for the ride home, the fastest 2 hours on radio. The Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson.
You better hope you're ready.
Morning drive and the afternoon commute are live and local on the Gulf Coast. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Tuesday's weather forecast. Definite thunderstorms and light sprinkles this afternoon. An evening with a high near 84 and a wind 13 to 17 miles per hour. A likelihood of thunderstorms and very light showers tonight and a temperature of 78. The same tomorrow around 84 with some clouds and a possibility of thunderstorms. Mostly cloudy in the morning, and then likely thunderstorms Thursday and quite warm around 84. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
You've been low-key thinking about dropping a podcast. Well, now is the time to start, brah. sports, politics, finance, science, health, real estate, music, interviews, surfing, conspiracy theories, or alien abductions. Ready to main character your own content? We can make it happen with Turnkey Podcast Productions from 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida. Our local, modern, state-of-the-art multimedia recording studio is now available for booking, starting at just $100 an episode. Take your fandom to the next level. For more information, text the keyword studio to 850-215-6290. Text studio to 850-215-6290. Text studio 215-6290 or jam over to espnpc.com. Bruh.
Now, it's time for your Atlanta Braves morning update, presented by Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Get clean car happy at any of the 250-plus Tidal Wave Auto Spa locations today.
Homestand starts tonight. I'm Barrett Salee, and this is your Braves Radio Network morning update.
Tidal Wave Auto Spa is the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves and your go-to car wash destination all season long. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com to find a location nearest you.
Braves dropped their final series of the road trip to the New York Mets 2-1. After an off day, they look to get things started off on the right foot tonight against the Giants. 6-game homestands, game 1 coming your way tonight. It'll be Adrian Hauser on the mound for the Giants. The veteran 33-year-old is 2-6 with a 5.54 ERA, 24 walks, 46 strikeouts, a 154 whip, and a 289 opponent batting average. He is in the lowest 11th percentile in chase percentage and whiff percentage this season. Grant Holmes gets the ball for the good guys. He's 4-2, has a 4.05 ERA, 29 walks, 59 strikeouts, a 134 whip, and a 235 opponent batting average. Opponents hitting 176 against his sinker. Ford leadoff show with myself and Chris Domino at 6, and first pitch between the Braves and the Giants with Ben Ingram and Darren O'Day is 7:15 across the street at Truist Park, and we'll have all of it on the Braves Radio Network.
Better buckle up, Buttercup. There are no participation trophies here, just pure sports. The Coach James Hale Show live from the J. Michaels Studios.
Gen Z snowflakes.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Eli Blair has left the Florida Gators. We talked about Moss. Coop Moss is gone. They're both in Virginia right now at a big baseball deal up there in Virginia. And Coop, I don't think played any this first. I think they redshirted him. Eli played, I think, about 9 games.
Yeah.
So he did some good things, but he has decided to go somewhere else. They both want to play. They don't want to sit on the bench. They want to play. And what's going on in Florida is, I know with Coop what happened. They were going to bring some more pitchers in. You know, you want to play. Can't promise you that. So they go somewhere else. And I think you're seeing this left and right throughout the college athletics. So I hope they both come up doing really well, though. Both of them good
NIL
kids.
had unintended consequences, and it's really hurting the high school athlete. And it's just kind of sad because we've seen a little bit of football now with teams wanting to have the experience, 21, 22-year-old offensive lineman, defensive lineman. Now we're seeing it in baseball. I mean, if you're going to give a guy $150,000, $200,000 to come in and pitch, you obviously want him to have some experience. So that's going to hurt the high school kids unless you're just an ultra phenom. And those kids usually go to the draft. So I think we're going to see a lot more kids go JUCO and maybe schools like Troy, Coastal Carolina, where they know they can get in, because sitting out a year is really tough in baseball. Baseball's about rhythm, especially if you're a hitter. So I think you're going to see more kids go the JUCO route and get there, because it's really not counting against their eligibility as far as I know.
Look at Gulf Coast, how many guys they've produced.
Chipola, I mean, they're a big-time program. I mean, you can go down there and play against some future major leaguers. So this isn't like taking a step down necessarily. Obviously, it's not Florida, but you'll get to the next step if you're good enough.
Yeah, we got to get Eli and Coop in here when they get back from Virginia. Austin Allen's back in town. Did I tell you that?
Oh, really?
Austin's back, yeah. He's back at Toyota doing finance out there, so I'm glad to have him back in town. I think he's going to try to come in on Thursday and visit with us. I hope he does anyway. what happened yesterday in baseball, the thing, this is not the Alabama update, but I want to appreciate Jim pointing out some things to me. yeah, we got embarrassed. Not only this, what has happened to us? I mean, we're in time. This is sad times if you're an Alabama fan. We get totally embarrassed in the playoffs by Indiana, 38-3, whatever it was.
It was closer than that, but
it was 38-3.
It was more like 38-6 when y'all came.
Well, whatever.
It looked like that.
Yeah, it looked even worse than that. It was embarrassing. And then basketball, we did play Michigan better than anybody for a half.
Yeah.
But we got kind of embarrassed in the second half. And then in baseball, we did something that happened since 1957, since the year I was born. We've gotten totally destroyed, 23-2 in 2 games. It just, I don't know, just kind of a weird. And softball, I thought we had a shot to win it all in softball. But the softball, though, didn't embarrass us. They were good.
I thought Alabama softball had a real shot. Baseball, I'm not sure, But
right. But for all the 3 big sports to get embarrassed like that, not a good look.
It just means more.
But we got there. We can always say we got there. But once you get there, you want to do something when you're there, right?
Yeah, and I think Alabama fans are a little spoiled when you go to Saban era and win 6 national championships or 7, whatever you want to count it. Well, that one was at LSU, and then you come in DeBoer. Hasn't maybe lived up to the expectations, but it's always hard following a legend. This year's really going to tell us if they made the right decision extending him.
Yeah. Well, hold your thoughts on that because it's 8 o'clock. We got to get into that.
Yeah.
Exactly what you're talking about there. Anyway, Oklahoma in a really good game last night. Oklahoma 4, Georgia 3. I thought Texas would be the power, and then I saw Georgia. I said, no way they can keep hitting like that. They did.
Yeah.
But Oklahoma right now has been hot. At the end of the year, they got hot. Then they beat in North Carolina to get into the playoffs, and now they're undefeated. Correct? I don't think they lost a game.
Yeah, they're undefeated. Them and North Carolina, the 2 undefeated teams.
Yeah. So anyway,
and that Georgia team's really good. Like I had picked Texas coming in there,
and win it all, Georgia.
And Georgia blasted them.
You had Georgia. I had Texas. Who'd you have?
I had Texas.
Yeah.
I thought they were the hottest team coming in, but Georgia put it on them. So they play next. That's an elimination game. So
if you're in Lynn Haven, before Brady's at 1 o'clock having lunch, just stay there. Watch West Virginia Troy 1 o'clock today. And the second game will be Georgia-Texas, the rematch in that one at 7. The loser is gone.
Yep.
Right? The loser of the Troy-West Virginia game is gone. Now, make sure I got this correct. North Carolina has not lost a game. So let's just say Troy beats West Virginia. Okay, they get revenge. They move on to play North Carolina.
Right.
They would have to beat North Carolina twice. But all North Carolina would have to do is beat them once, correct?
Correct.
That's how it works. But then when they get to the championship games, best of 3.
3, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So now, if Georgia beats Texas again, they'll turn around and have to play Oklahoma. And they'll have to beat Oklahoma twice.
And Oklahoma would have to beat them once.
Okay.
And then you'd have the championship series set up.
There you go.
Oklahoma looks like maybe the best team there right now, or the hottest, let's say.
Right.
Georgia is definitely up there. I mean, losing 4-3 is nothing to be ashamed of because they came back. They just got a little bit behind, and both those teams look really good to me. I think Georgia, Oklahoma are the 2 best teams I've seen so far as pitching, hitting.
I'll be honest, North Carolina looked better than I thought.
They have. They got hot. I thought they got lucky to get out of their super regional USC. I think they scored 2 runs at the bottom of the ninth to win that one. So, but they've turned it on. Their pitching's been good. Their hitting's been good. They haven't won one yet, I believe, and I think they've been there how many times and haven't won one. So this is an opportunity.
Kind of like what the mayor pointed out to me yesterday after he was texting during the Alabama beatdown and harassing me. He said, hey, Florida State's been there all those years and never got it done. So anyway, as of Monday at 10 o'clock in the morning, your Jello shot leaders. And did you hear about who is the big West Virginia kicker that's on ESPN?
Pat McAfee.
Yeah. He wanted to write a check, I think, for some outrageous amount of money for the Jello shots, and the owner would not do it.
Wow.
Did you hear about that?
I did not.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
Why? If I'm the owner, he wants to write me a check for $100,000 to cheat to win. You buy you give me a check for $100,000. I'm gonna give you the Jello shots. That way it's not cheating.
I'm flying there now. I'm making them in the morning. Send me my check.
Yeah, give me the money.
I can make them.
What was wrong with him wanting to give him $100,000 for Jello shots? All they had to do to keep it legit is make enough for $100,000 and give them out.
That's the problem with you in the South, right there.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. You can't pre-order food.
Jason,
did you not have pre-order meals? Did you not? Didn't we used to do that?
If he wanted to do that, I'd make him sit there and drink them all.
I would watch that. Now that's some TV that's worth watching.
If you
right
owned the
there.
business, would you have not have gone?
As long as
okay,
they
I'll
drink
take your
all
order.
of them.
I'll take your order. Yeah.
For the contest, as long as they sat there and drank them all, I would take his check.
Yeah, take the check. Give them his drinks if they drink them.
And I'd have an ambulance set right next to them.
Well, he could give them to West Virginia fans.
For sure, that's what I mean. It doesn't have to be him. He could drink 100,000, but I want the fans to sit there.
I didn't get that. All right, West Virginia, 21,715. Troy
checks out.
Troy 3,700.
Boo! Come on.
Ole Miss 8,382.
Those are rookie numbers.
Georgia 2,719.
Whoa.
North Carolina 2,805. Texas 1,937. Alabama 2,073. And Oklahoma 2,00020. Barry Switzer was there. You see the picture of Barry Switzer there? He was drinking those Jello shots.
Really?
Yeah.
They miss LSU.
LSU would have broke that record without
they'd be out of alcohol.
Unbelievable. Speaking of, we got to take a break. Let's talk about some of our great people, man. You know, we're talking about being down in Lynn Haven at Beef O'Brady, seeing Pat Perna, city commissioner over there. Now let's head on to see Russ, Amber, and Patrick. Let's go down to David Adamson, designer jewelry. And I've got some gold. I got some silver. I want to go sell it to them. You know what? They'll give you top dollar. They're incredible. They're wonderful people. They'll deal with you. They got great deals. They'll work with you. They'll tell you everything you need to know. And James pointed out something great that I never talk about enough. If you got a piece of jewelry that breaks, and we all do, you go send it to most people. If they mail it off, you might get it back in 6 weeks.
If you're lucky.
If you get back at all. But no, you go call Patrick, Russ, Amber, guess what? It's done in-house. Right there in Lynn Haven. They call you. Hey, it's ready. Come get it. They're incredible. They also have the wish list up there. Write down what you want. Send your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whatever the situation is. They'll get you exactly what you want. You can't get that anywhere. I say something else you can't get anywhere. That's a legend, Dr. Ward. 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. He is the best at what he does. I'm telling you, he's incredible. Get it checked every 6 months, especially as you get older. Don't play around with it. It can be deadly. But if you got Dr. Ward, you got it made, man. The guy's unbelievable. They get it caught early, you're going to be fine. If not, you're in trouble. Also, don't forget about Newbies. 4 wonderful locations. John and Charlotte always get back to the community. Let's make sure we get out there and support them. Newbies 2 today, great place to shoot pool, have an ice cold one, watch the baseball game. Well, all you Troy Trojans, get down to Newbies 2 on the curve, watch the game down there, and have a great time. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Jason Kovaleski, Jim Brandt, James. We get back, FSU. What's going down in Tallahassee? I don't know.
Only 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida could bring sports fans like you an app this powerful. The sports content you crave is always on. Live stream us everywhere you go. Now with upgraded programming and live game schedules, you'll always know when the Atlanta Braves and your favorite games are playing. Plus, interact with our local hosts in real time and so much more. The new app for the sports fanatic is available at the Apple Store and Google Play. From 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Discover the new Kia. Stop by Bill Bird Kia today and test drive the all-new 2026 Kia, where comfort, safety, and technology come together like never before. Explore the new 2026 SUV family that moves you and drive away in a new 2026 Seltos, Sportage, or Sorento that are built to inspire every journey. Craving performance? Feel the thrill in the luxurious 2026 Kia K5 sedan, crafted for power, style, and you. And for innovation that sparks excitement, check out the 2026 all-electric Kia EV9, a modern masterpiece that's fast-charging, rugged, and roomy. Bill Bird Kia is the original 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. It's the peace of mind that you can trust. Visit us at 2435 East 15th Street, Panama City, or online at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com. Bill Bird Kia, your local community dealer. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for details.
Full residential and commercial projects from start to finish. Wheelhouse is ready to help. From the moment you have the thought to build to the moment you step through the front door of your finished project, Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering will walk you through all of your aspirations. Engineering, site plans, live architectural design, construction, 3D rendering, permits, and more. Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering, 850-896-6597, 850-896-6597, and online at wheelhousedba.com.
Stay out of his lane and stay off his yard.
Believe me, this man is a menace. He's always drinking, starting fights.
The Coach James Hale Show live from the J. Michaels Studios.
Don't turn it off!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Bum, 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 bum. Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Woo! FSU Update is brought to you by Newbies. I just talked about John and Charlotte. I saw John yesterday at the playing racquetball. Did you see him, Jason?
I did not.
Yeah, he looking good. Looking good. Him and Charlotte. Now, Charlotte looks really good. Charlotte's going to have the best entertainment for you all summer long. Doesn't matter what night. All these people down here on vacation. My cousin, I hadn't seen him in years. And he's been coming down here for years and didn't even know it. I saw a picture of him at Newbies. Texted him. I said, why don't you call me when you're in town? Okay. Anyway, he hadn't done it yet. Get out to Newbies. Have a wonderful time. You'll be glad you did. Tell them Coach sent you. I guarantee you have a great time. We got 4 great locations to choose from. Jim, what's going on in Tallahassee?
Well, we've been focusing mostly on baseball and softball because it's that time of year. And then now the transfer portal, and it doesn't matter how good or bad your program is, you're going to lose players. I mean, Florida State softball has the number one player, and she enters the portal. Their third baseman was a 3-year starter went to Florida High in Tallahassee, and supposedly she's going to be going to the Gators. It's a crazy world. But then I looked at the football transfer portal because we haven't been following football as much. And I'm just going to focus on the people that Florida State has lost, the people going out, all right? And this is not a complete list, but it's a pretty long list. The list I have, they have 21 players going out, all right, that they have lost. 21, that's a lot. I mean, that's like almost a fourth-year team. But to me, the interesting thing is where are these players going? Because I think that tells you something. I think that kind of gives you insight into just the whole recruiting process. Because I played in college. I was a college coach, GA for 2 years. I was on the other side of this. And recruiting is an inexact science at best. I mean, no matter how good Jason Kovaleski really looks good. Then you get him here, and not so much.
That's what I thought.
Or James, or James. I guarantee you who recruited Hale? I guarantee you they still talk about that.
The former? What the hell?
Well, what the hell were you thinking? So anyway,
Jerry's kid.
So anyway, they
Pull his NIL.
They got 21 players, and here are the places that they are going to, okay? All right, they're going – I'll save my commentary for when I'm done. They're going to Memphis, UCF, 3 to Mississippi State, 2 to Arkansas State, 1 to Tulane, 1 to Ole Miss, 2 to Wisconsin, 1 to Liberty, 1 to Mizzou, 1 to SMU. That's Randy Pittman.
Yeah.
From Mosley.
That was a big loss for them.
1 to Syracuse, 1 to Western Kentucky, 1 to Oklahoma State, 1 to Boston College, 1 to Ohio State. Thank God Earl Little came to a sense, going to play for a real program. All right, 1 to Louisville, 1 to Auburn, and 1 to Auburn. Okay. Now, I just read off those teams, and there's about 4 of them, in my opinion, and I'm not trying to be hateful, and I'm not trying to be, we're better than you, nanny boo-boo. But these aren't top programs.
No.
So here's what I'm getting at. So how is it that if you're the person recruiting at Florida State, you're losing kids to Liberty, UCF,
Tulane,
Oklahoma State, Tulane, Boston College? I mean, these are not exactly – we're not talking Georgia, Texas, Ohio. I know they had 1 Ohio State, USC. We're talking like mid-level kind of guys. So recruiting is really, it is, and here's the thing, and it's made me think of it, when parents come with their kids to these visits, they drinking the Kool-Aid, they get bombarded with all this, your kid's the greatest, and yeah, he's really going to make a contribution. And yeah, if Johnny works hard and keeps his nose clean, he can really. And they sell him that, okay? And of course, the parents buy it, and the kid buys it. And then what I always want to say, I wish after about a month, or not a month, that would be too long, about a week or 10 days or 2 days, talk to those same kids, like, what do you think now? Because
they lied to me.
I know you know this is true, and I experienced it too. You hear all this stuff, and you go there, and then the realization comes, man, what have I got myself into? I mean, these guys can really play. These guys are really, I don't care what level you're at, what team you're at.
And this is real work.
Yeah, that's going to become reality. And I think Cooper Moss found that out, and I think Eli Blair found that out too. I mean, they promise you all kind of things and this, that, and the other. But man, this is not the same as high school. It's just not.
I mean, I remember. You probably remember this. I mean, he used to say, we tell these kids all these great things, how great they are. We give them all this love, and then when we get on campus, we have to de-recruit them.
Right.
And now it's time to go to work, and that's when the rubber meets the road, and you're like, okay, what's this kid really made of? Because when you're going through summer workouts, winter workouts, you're running, conditioning, and you don't have all the eyeballs of fans in the stands looking at you. How are you going to approach your preparation? And that's when they really find out. And they have to de-recruit these kids because you get a 5-star kid, you're going to tell them, we love you, you're the greatest thing. You're going to get. Now they get all this money, gifts, and everything. Their families are getting everything. They're staying in 5-star hotels, eating at restaurants. And then you get to practice in 2-a-days, and you got to grind. And it's like, okay, now it's really serious. You know? And some kids can't handle that. And you see, that's why we see a lot of kids transfer in this NIL area.
Right. Well, and my other point was, too, is if this is the level of the kids that they're recruiting, it's not, again, I'm not trying to be ugly, it's not hard to explain why they're not winning, because where are those players, the guys that really make a difference? Maybe Earl Little, maybe, but the rest of them, probably not so much. I mean, are they the difference between being 5-5, 6-6, or 10-0? I don't know. Doesn't seem like it.
Let's be honest. They wanted to keep her a little. You know, the rest of the kids, they had a conversation at the end of the year, like, you probably want to look around. We got other guys coming in. These conversations are had at every school now because they're going to allocate the money the best way they can. Florida State's recruiting just hasn't been good on the high school level, which is why this seems like it's pretty, standard for them. They just don't have the money. We've said this a million times. When you're dealing with, schools like billionaires in Texas and the Georgias and Alabamas that are already established. Miami's got billionaires. Ohio State has billionaires. When you're dealing with that and you're trying to recruit against the top of the top, and a lot of these schools now have kind of shifted their philosophy. They're only taking maybe 12, 14 high-level kids. Right. That's all they can afford. They're not going to spend $50 million on a high school kid that may not play in 2-3 years. So they got to allocate some money to portal. They got to allocate some money to the top guys they think they can land in high school. So this is like the NFL. They have GMs now. They have people that have money that you say, okay, this is our budget this year. This is what we can afford. So it's
speaking of that, Summerall, I like the way he when he has a recruiter there, he says they even start bringing up money. He shuts it down. Said, look, you go talk to our GM. I'm out of that. I'm here, coach football. You want to come to Florida? That's great. The money situation. You go talk to them. I like this.
You see this a lot now. You'll see a kid that's supposed to visit. Maybe his camp throws out a number that they're not even going to be close to, and then the visit's off. They're like, nah, we're not.
I think Alabama's doing that now.
I think Georgia's doing it. Kirby has a very set, standard on how he's going to pay high school kids because not all those kids pan out. They want established guys. So, I mean, if you're not established, they're not going to give you $5 million. And if you're not playing as a freshman and you got $3 million tied up in one player and he may not play for a year, that's a lot of money you could be spending towards a starting offensive tackle, a quarterback, or a defensive back that may need to fill some holes. So it's a totally different landscape in college football now, and we're going to see more of this until they put some guardrails up. And we keep hearing it's coming, but it goes to Congress, and then it gets shot down by a judge or something. We've seen the Sorsby case that was embarrassing for all of us. So who knows what's coming? I think the Big Ten and SEC needs to start flexing their muscles and really go to some type of governing organization that can actually govern the game, because at this point we're not doing anything, and it's just a wild, wild west still.
Yeah.
And I just wonder, I was listening to you talking, you made some great points. I wonder how hard winter workouts are compared to what they used to be. Because on the back of the head, some of these coaches, now I know Kirby's going to do it the way what's supposed to be done. But I'm sure some of them are like, well, look, we got some pretty good players they can play the average when we got to work really hard, but we got to be careful. We don't want to lose this guy. We don't lose that guy. We got to have him. And the kids are going to do what they can get away with. If you don't push them to the max limit in winter workouts, you're not going to be very good. And I don't know. I don't know how it's changed. It has to have changed some.
Well, look at Chaz Coleman. Everybody in the country wanted him, freshman defense end that transferred from Penn State to Tennessee. He just quit going to workouts. I mean, he's not even with the team right now. Like, he just –
how can we allow that? I mean, it's just – what's it worth? College athletics used to teach you so many great things about life. I learned more from my college coach than I ever learned from anybody in the classroom. I did.
I'm sure.
Not to give up, not to get quit, to work hard, a work ethic. And I just don't know how it is anymore.
And this isn't against Tennessee, but without that $3 million guaranteed money, he probably went to a place that he was more comfortable, closer to home. So now he's homesick. He doesn't want to be there. So he's just not going to workouts. But because he got paid so much money, that's the decision he made for him and his family, and it's a disaster, and it's bad for Tennessee. It's bad for him.
I don't care how good he is. I don't care how much money it would be. If he's not there doing what everybody else is doing, how can you allow him to play?
I don't think they're going to. I don't think he's with the team because I think it's a mutual decision. I give some respect to Heupel. He didn't put up with the quarterback, Nico, and he's not putting up with Chaz Coleman. I think they've moved on. I don't think they expect him to be with the team moving forward. I think they've only paid him a quarter of what he's owed, and I think they're going to try to recoup that. So,
speaking of getting paid, and we get back to the Texas Tech quarterback, has he drawn any of the money that – almost $5 million. How much money of that has he collected? Does he give it back? He did the right thing. Texas Tech did the right thing. We'll talk about that when we get back. But right now, let's talk about some of the great people we have. You love Mexican food. Heck, we all love Mexican food. We finally got one. We got a Pepper's Mexican Grill on beautiful Panama City Beach. We had one over in town that everybody absolutely loved. The best chips, the best food, the atmosphere, everything. Now we got it on Panama City Beach Parkway. Great place to have birthday parties or any type of party. If you're going to Arnold for any sporting event or for anything out that way, you got to go to Pepper's Mexican Grill. Mondays, Military Day, 10% off your bill. Every day is happy hour. Buy one, get one free. House margaritas, draft beer. The food's incredible. Love the people there. Go check it out. You'll absolutely love it. Pepper's Mexican Grill on Panama City Parkway. Hey, I'm down here. I want to have a great time. The weather's getting bad. I got to make sure this boat's going to work good. God dog it, it won't crank. I'm not taking it to a marina. No. What can I do?
No. You got to call Florida Maine. Call Jermaine. He will come out to you. He will bring all the stuff that he needs for your boat. You don't got to load your boat. You don't got to drive your boat anywhere. You don't got to go find a marina that has a chance to even just look at your boat, let alone try to fix it. Call Jermaine. Get it fixed.
I saw Jermaine down there at Taco Bell by the bridge. He told me all the great work he does on these boats. It's incredible. Give him a call if you got a boat. You want to get it serviced. You want it running right. If it's broke down or whatever, call Jermaine Allen, 850-851-4134. Let me give it to you one more time. Call Mr. Allen, 850-851-4135. And I tell you what, it's going to save you some big-time money. Great place. Let's get out to Steve's Bike Shop. You looking for an electrical bike? We all are. We all want one. He's got them, and he didn't try to take every penny. How local is he? Well, let me tell you this. He's been in business since 1979. He's a swim coach at Mosley High School. Honest, hard-working, wonderful man. You get down to Steve's Bike Shop, tell him Coach sent you. You'll be glad you did. Where's it located? 23rd Street, right across the street from Sam's. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hey, Rob, guess what?
What? Real local winners.
You won the Lone Star Daily Double Boil.
Come on, man.
Are you ready to crush some seafood?
Yes, I am.
You ready to eat like a local?
I always do.
You got $50 to the Lone Star Boil House just for listening on the ESPN Northwest Florida app, Rob.
That's fantastic.
Keep listening to Win on the Gulf Coast. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Tuesday's weather forecast. Definite thunderstorms and light sprinkles this afternoon. An evening with a high near 84 and a wind 13 to 17 miles per hour. A likelihood of thunderstorms and very light showers tonight and a temperature of 78. The same tomorrow around 84 with some clouds and a possibility of thunderstorms. Mostly cloudy in the morning. and then likely thunderstorms Thursday and quite warm around 84. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
Wait, is that Ronaldinho? Ronaldinho, you think Brazil will win it all this summer?
Claro que sí.
Can I just say, you're my favorite player, ever.
Bet all of soccer's biggest matches this summer on Hard Rock Bet. And keep your cool in case you run into Ronaldinho. Download the Hard Rock Bet app and back your country. Roll with us. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Mother's Day is coming soon, and you want your special dad to be recognized as the world's greatest, right? A gift from that boot store will be just the thing to show you really care. Select from a huge selection of name brand Western wear in sizes to fit any dad, young and old, and at a price you can afford. For that hard-working dad, Carhartt work clothes will be the perfect gift. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 9 to 5, Friday and Saturday, 9 to 5:30. Next to Billboard Kia on 15th Street, Panama City. That boot store where God is good all the time.
He's a beacon of light to many and an inspiration to all. The Coach James Hale Show.
Pro-gun, pro-flag, and pro-Pisha.
Live from the J. Michaels Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. I think around 12, we might be starting to get some of this rain out of the Gulf. If it does form into some, and I think they said it's up to about 60%, maybe more than that. But it's going to be more lopsided. It's going to be more of a rain event than anything else. Maybe get some high winds, some bad lightning, and that'll be about it, hopefully. But anyway, let's talk about. I also want to talk about Kyle Vandegrift. If you got any kind of letter from your insurance company, I know people that have. I just tell them, call Kyle Vandegrift. Don't freak out. Don't panic. Call Kyle. He'll walk you through the process. They're not going to drop your insurance. He'll make sure of that. Not only do they do roofs, they do anything. They can build anything you want. Storm shelter, a barn, a house, a mall. He can do it all. He's that talented. What's the name of the company? TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. They design it. They build it, commercial, residential. They can do it all. Kyle Vandegrift. Listen to him this Friday on ESPN Northwest Florida. Now, we all want our yard to look like a golf course. No doubt about that. We don't want bugs in the house. We don't want bugs eating our yard up. Well, you got Turf Pro Pest Control to go with. Are they local? Yeah, they're local. Let me tell you about Patrick. You can listen to him every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. His daughter is a cheerleader at Mosley High School. His son will be going there also. Wonderful family, great people. Turf Pro Pest Control. You see that truck everywhere. They're the best. They're local. They're outstanding. What did we think? Did we not all say there's no way they can let this happen? They cannot let a guy that's bet on his team play college football and get away with it, or you might as well just blow it up. Because you can't do it. The mafia, everything else. And Jim made the best point, I think, of anybody. Go ahead and tell everybody again what you said.
My point was, and I posted this on a post last week, was the what-if scenario. I said, well, what if he plays? He plays quarterback. He will have the ball in his hands every single play. So now you have a guy who admitted, and he wasn't accused, he admitted it. He betted his own team. He had $90,000 in bets value. He placed 9,000 bets over 2 years. So now what happens if, unless he's the best quarterback in the history of football,
Cam Newton,
unless he's Joe Burrow's year or Cam Newton's, what's going to happen when he starts throwing interceptions? Mm-hmm. What happens when he's going to start fumbling? He underthrows, overthrows, runs out of bounds, takes a sack. Any of the things the quarterbacks are in the spotlight more than any other position.
Just loses a game.
Yeah. So what's going to happen? You can't tell me that those good old boys in Lubbock, Texas, what's wrong with that boy? I thought we paid good money for this boy. What's up with this?
We don't talk that way in the South.
Yeah, you do.
Sorry.
So what's up with it? Well, we need to get rid of it. We need to make a change. And then he goes out in the desert, and there's a hole dug, and then you never see him again. I'm being silly there, right, but how can
I warned you?
How can it not be like that? It's the same way he goes. Let's say this is my opinion now. Some NFL team is foolish enough to take him. It'll be the same scenario. You got a guy who's a gambler who admitted it. Okay, and his best defense was, well, I am a gambler and I have a problem, so you're just going to have to deal with it. That's his defense. That's his best selling point. Like, what are you doing?
I never got the NFL angle. NFL already has problems with people thinking they fix games. So
Exactly.
for me to think that, the perfect fix is him to enter the draft, what team is really wanting to touch him right now? I mean, I get it if you get a supplemental draft pick and maybe take him on a 4th or 5th round flyer and stuff him on the end of your bench, and maybe everybody forgets about it in 2-3 years and maybe he can play. I never thought the talent was there for all the hype. I thought this would. I thought Texas Tech was dying on a dying hill with this whole scenario anyway. I never thought he's the difference between them winning a national championship and not. So why would you go through all this, get the AD or AG involved of the state? You had boosters and the AD getting involved. And I'm like, this guy, I watched him at Cincinnati. I'll be honest, I thought he threw some games there. And just from how bad he played at times. Like, he was a good runner. He did some nice things. Cincinnati was a nice team with him.
Him and Chris of Cincinnati, yeah. I think they both together were in on that.
But I never understood how he was the number 1 portal quarterback.
Right.
I never understood why he deserved $4 or $5 million. I never got the draft, allure of him being a top 5 pick. I never saw that type of talent. So,
Jason, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you really believe he made the choice? Oh, all of a sudden after I'm going to Texas Tech, I'm going to make this almost $5 million. I'm going to turn that away. I'm going to go into the draft. I'm sure I'm going to make more than $5 million going to the draft. He was told, listen, this thing has got out of control. They got to save face.
I agree.
We need to do something about this.
You need to go.
No. Here's what happened. His poly market bet hit.
Right.
That he is going to go to the NFL.
There you go.
He bet $1 million on Justin Gaethje to win and won 5.
Yeah. That might, you know what? I think somebody texted that, Randy or one of them texted.
That was me last night.
Oh, it was you?
That was me.
You said my response. I thought it was funny as hell.
So this is the sequence of events.
But you might be right.
It might be. You don't know. I mean, look at the history.
You don't.
The sequence of events that happened that led to him enter the draft, the Big 12 and the commissioners decided to sue Texas Tech because they want a ruling that, hey, we are a member institution. They actually opt in. They say we can govern them, and we told them he's suspended for the year, and they decided to take it to the court. So they wanted to sanction Texas Tech, and that's when they found a judge to say, no, we're getting an injunction. We're going to let them play. So they got together, and they appealed that, and now they're filing a lawsuit. It's still going to go through because they want a clear definition that if you're a Big 12 institution, the Big 12 can't sanction you if you break our rules.
So it is going to go through?
100%. That has to set the precedence because if not, then the next person that comes along can happen again. But if they set the precedence that, okay, the Big 12 can sanction these teams, they are member institutions, they give the authority to the Big 12 to be able to police them.
And this is just going to take more power away from the NCAA. It makes the NCAA
100%.
look even weaker that the conferences themselves can enforce all these rules, but the NCAA can't.
Yeah.
That is not a great look for the governing body.
But don't you think Texas Tech knew they can't win this?
Oh, of course they had to know that.
I think they at first thought they could lean on
Because
some
the
area
judge,
judges and put some money into it and maybe get by on it. But when they saw the backlash of the Big Ten, SEC, the other Big 12 schools, they're like, yeah, we're out. You know, we got to move forward with what team we got.
The thing that really is damning to me, it was Georgia, who's in the SEC, said don't play him. Nebraska in the Big Ten, same thing. It's not even your conference.
Right.
They're saying we're not going to play you in anything. We're done.
One thing I
We're
did
out.
find funny is their fans and administration think that it was some conspiracy to keep them out of the big table. You know, they just don't want us to have a seat at the table. First of all, you're not that big of a brand anyway. Let's be honest. I mean, you've never been that big of a brand. You're Texas Tech. You're not Texas. You're not A&M. And for them to believe that you were paying a player that was proven to bet on the game,
His own team.
the probably highest level of integrity you cross the line on of any sport, of anything. If you're betting on yourself to win, lose, whatever, I don't care. Pete Rose is one of the best hitters in baseball history, was banned from baseball for it, still is to this day. How you think that's not what was the cause of him and you being attacked is just beyond me. Nobody cares about Texas Tech. To be honest, outside of this story, you're not some big brand. Nobody's coming after you because they're scared of you.
Right.
It just makes me laugh that you can't see the forest because of the woods. I will say this. There's some interesting things that Cincinnati should be looked at because who knew what and when. And they played him. And when he went to Texas Tech.
Get Chris on the phone. I think he's behind.
That's a bigger
this.
story to me than Texas Tech playing him and trying to, because they were going to do everything. Once they gave him $5 million, they were going to go through the process and try to play him. I mean, that's just doing your due diligence. So.
All right, listen, we got the weather coming in. But the heat and humidity's been brutal. Thank goodness. I know Jason's glad. We got Stevie's in air conditioning. Thank God. The guy is incredible. Is he local? Are you kidding me? Graduated from Moses High School. He starts a family business. They've expanded throughout the Panhandle of Florida. They're that good. Don't go with some national brand. They come in, they try to take every penny you got. Not Jason. Family owned. He knows what it's like to be a hard-working family. They do incredible work. They tell you they're going to be there at a certain time. They're there. Get it serviced about twice a year. It's going to save your unit. It's going to make it work better, save you money, and it's going to last longer. If you got an old one, get rid of it. It's one of the few things you can purchase, pay for itself over a period of time. Jason bought one in his house and the business. We did our house. Best thing we've ever done. Stevenson Air Conditioning. Not even close. Jason Kovaleski, Max Fit More Sports Nutrition. Again, the cholesterol issue, the fish, all the things you got me on is incredible. Not only you can get people bigger, stronger, faster, and things like that, you can make people live longer, healthier, naturally, get good sleep. Everything you can think of, you got down there.
Yeah, we got magnesium. We got NAD+. If you're looking for energy on the cellular level, that helps a lot. We do have some healing peptides if you're in pain. I mean, those have helped so many people, and the science behind those are amazing. If you're in some pain, come see me, talk to me. I'm on 23rd Street, 2 to 7 every day, Monday through Friday, and 2 to 5 on Saturday. But I can help you lead you in the right direction. And we can have a free sample bar so you can try our proteins, pre-workouts, amino acids before you buy them.
Try it before you buy it. Can't beat that. Right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. What are we giving away today? We might give away James. I'm not sure. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Give us a call, 215-6290.
.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Real local winners.
Hey, this is Jack State Jeff from Panama City, and I just won a gift card to Ferrucci's, that booth store, and a 12-pack from Buffalo Rock, just for listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson, the #1 sports show in the land.
Keep listening to Win on the Gulf Coast. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Tuesday's weather forecast. Definite thunderstorms and light sprinkles this afternoon. An evening with a high near 84 and a wind 13 to 17 miles per hour. A likelihood of thunderstorms and very light showers tonight and a temperature of 78. The same tomorrow around 84 with some clouds and a possibility of thunderstorms. Mostly cloudy in the morning, and then likely thunderstorms Thursday and quite warm around 84. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs, with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5, and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food, on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVOQ Port St. Joe. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hi everyone, this is Tracy with Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Gifts in beautiful downtown Panama City. Father's Day is right around the corner and we have the perfect gifts for every dad. From stylish watches and chains to bracelets, charms, and unique gifts he'll actually use. We'll help you find something special for the man who's always been there for you. Stop by and shop local this Father's Day at Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Gifts, putting a sparkle on Bay County, 638 Harrison Avenue, downtown Panama City.
If your neighbor, employer, or grandmother were traumatized by comments made on the Coach James Hale Show.
One thing people aren't saying a whole lot about, and I'll probably get in trouble,
but just wanted to take this moment to say, get bent. We're live from the J. Michael Studio, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Roll Tide. Roll. I just talked about them. Alabama Updates brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. They are number one. They don't get embarrassed in the college playoffs in football or baseball or even basketball. Stevenson Air Conditioning number one, not even close. Alabama goes down 14-2 to Texas yesterday. I will say this, though. I'm proud of our baseball program. The baseball coach done a really good job. I didn't expect them to go this far when the season started. We talked about it. They're a good, solid ball club. I didn't think they were outstanding in really any area, pitching, hitting, or anything else. But they got there. I mean, they're there. They played in the College World
First time
Series.
since the 90s,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah. Now, did I like the outcome? Absolutely not. But we got there. That's a big deal. We got Rob on the phone. The only person I will take right now during the Alabama update would be Rob. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
I was doing great. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. You know, I don't like calling people out and telling them when they're wrong. So I do, but I will do that. And I don't mind calling you at 8 o'clock. So.
And telling him he's wrong.
You tell me I'm wrong. Go ahead.
You said earlier that the largest gator, but you did put in there female gator was 10 foot.
And it was an American gator, wasn't an import.
No, well, I got that. And I don't
Somalia.
think I think one that grew up in Callaway Bayou would qualify for that. But that is terribly wrong, unless it's just a female. Because
Yes, it was. I did say female.
Yes, you did. So
Okay.
I didn't hear the very end, the very beginning of the conversation. I was
okay.
late getting in the car.
Okay.
So, or the truck. So I did hear that, but maybe it is just a female alligator, because there was one in a box over at Wakulla Springs that was like 13 and a half feet long, or almost 14 feet.
That's Old Joe.
Yeah.
You know, so, but anyway.
That was a male.
Right. Okay. And I cannot remember. I'm sure that the one that I sent you the picture of this morning was a male as well.
Yeah, I could tell. It was a male.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. You don't. I bet you don't even know how to tell, but I can't describe it on the.
Do we need to go down this path?
You really want to talk?
We might get put off the air for that.
Yeah, we get in trouble. I better shut up.
You just got to flip him over.
Right.
Yeah.
But when
tickle him.
But when that picture was taken in 1970, I'll say 78, something like that, I was working for the nuisance gator agent, and we used to catch, and we caught that one at Callaway Bayou down
That's
there.
how he knows all these gator stories and everything. You're
Yeah,
amazing.
we probably, and then I was the one that had to skin them all and put them in boxes. We had tags. What it was is that if you have an alligator that is in your backyard or whatever, you call the game commission, they will send you a tag, and you have to go investigate. And anything under 6 foot, you're supposed to catch and relocate.
Right.
Under that, then they euthanize it. But we used to sell the meat and stuff to the Boar's Head restaurant and stuff. Yeah, but it's very regulated.
Right.
All tagged and everything, and inspections. And
Don't
all
you
that sort
think now, Rob, we don't need to protect them anymore? They're everywhere.
Well, you know, it's kind of, they do have open seasons on them, and they do, you know, move a lot of them and that sort of stuff. But you just can't have an open season on them, because then people will go out there on lakes and stuff like that and shoot them with a rifle at night and all that sort of stuff.
Well, let me ask you this, Rob. Before the humans moved to Florida, this was their land, and they were everywhere, correct?
Well, they're still everywhere.
They controlled it, right?
That had changed.
Yeah. So we let a few humans move in, and look what happened. They took over.
We should let them have it back then.
Yeah. I think we should just give the Florida back.
Give them your condo.
Yeah.
You know, but it is, you know, it's kind of like it is what it is. You got to live with Mother Nature as well. You know, I'm not sure that we should let everybody just have an open season on killing bears either. You know,
yeah.
We're in there. You got to remember, the human race can eliminate a population. You know, look at what they did to the buffaloes.
Yeah.
You know, they just slaughtered millions of them, and they are coming back.
Thank God.
But right, you know, so I mean, I don't think there should be an open season on alligators. Now, if you own a farm and you got a pond there that you're raising some fish for your kids to fish in and that sort of stuff, and your cows or whatever are drinking out of it, and you got one that's in there, if I think you should be able to eliminate that,
right.
that danger. But
how did y'all when y'all used to kill them? How did you do it? Did y'all shoot them with a pistol or a shot?
No,
How did you kill them?
No, you had to have a punch pole.
Punch pole.
So like a boomstick.
Boomstick.
And you put your bait. You couldn't put your bait in the water because the turtles and everything else would eat it. But you make you like a little. Put your bait about 6 to 8 inches above the water where the turtles couldn't get it or whatever, and then you catch them, and then they would swallow it. You had you like a trot line tied to a tree, and then you just pull them up there. As long as you didn't snatch or whatever on them, you could pull them right up on the hill, take a punch pole, and hit them right between the eyes. But no, you could not shoot them like they do out in Louisiana and all that.
Hmm.
And them gators that they show when they throw him in that boat and he just lays there, that's like an hour later, because they will, just like a snake. You cut its head off, it will sit there and flop and bang everything for.
Did anybody ever get hurt trying to take one down? Did you ever see anything?
No. I will tell you this: the only time I ever saw anybody get hurt was at the training facility when they had everybody's meeting and stuff. And the guy did a demonstration on how a punch pole works. And you got, 20 people sitting in there watching this guy. He actually was at the front on a table. He loaded a punch pole, put a .45 caliber bullet in it, took the pin out of it, and said, "This is how it works." And I don't know what he was thinking. And he took the palm of his hand and hit the top of that thing, and it blew a hole in his hand.
Wow.
Right. That's the only person I've ever seen.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing.
Right.
Experts.
Yeah. Rob, are you going to tell him who it was?
No.
Okay. I will.
Can you show us your hand?
It was me.
Can you show us your hand?
Right.
Oh, my God.
But that, yeah.
Hey,
anyway,
can I get you to help me with something? Can
What's that?
You,
I hope it's not painting your house because we've been talking about that.
No. Let's talk about this.
Okay.
Help us, Alabama people, out. Should we be happy? Should we be not just thrilled? We made the college football playoffs. We made it in basketball. We made it in baseball and softball. But we're all disappointed in the outcomes, how embarrassing it was in football, especially football, getting embarrassed by Indiana. And
you ever heard of karma?
Well, that's true. But then look at baseball.
For which incident?
23-2. I just got through saying, though, I'm proud of them, and we had a great year, but it is disappointing to get beat like that, but at least we were there. I mean, you guys Florida State went all those years to the College World Series and never won one, right? That's what Greg Bernicki told me yesterday. Trying to make me feel better.
Right, but that's the thing is that y'all are there and y'all can't be happy. That's the problem.
Yeah,
spoiled.
It's the same. It's the same as the afternoon show. You got another, Alabama.
Nut.
Idiot.
Well,
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
He's a good
I
guy.
didn't want.
He's passionate. I'll say that.
Right. That's the
He's a
thing
good
is
man.
that,
He's a good guy.
Here's the thing. They were talking about that the other day. How about Alabama fans? Said, no, we're not this. No, we're not that. Y'all had a cat that killed 200-year-old oak trees over a stupid football game.
Let me tell you what I did.
But they put something on Bear's statue.
You don't put a Cam Newton jersey
And
on
by
Bear
gosh,
Bryant
They
State.
spiked his
all
drink.
bets are
I
off.
give vouch.
Yeah.
They spiked his drink. He
Yeah.
didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what I did. I think that was James Hale.
The funny thing is, they're the original Sorsby. Even knowing they got a judge out of Tuscaloosa
I was hoping you would
to
remember
get an
that.
NBA player to come back and play, and
Exactly.
then blew up in their face.
That's what I'm saying is that
Our judge was not retired, by the way. All right.
That's
Okay,
good.
that makes a difference.
But there again, y'all want to sit here and say, "Are we really? What are we? What are we?" Yeah, y'all are. But there again, the New York fans last week threw stuff at all the players and
Thank you.
everybody,
Yeah,
over.
We don't do that.
People.
We don't do that.
Except when you lose to Auburn, you do.
Unless you read Strickland.
Let's revisit this after the Florida State game in case they lose again. See if they throw some stuff onto the field then.
Lord.
Show
your class. Show your class.
Throwing golf
Like kicking
balls
footballs and walking off the field.
I'm not coming off the field.
Yeah.
That was
Right,
embarrassing. Good Lord. All
Yeah.
right.
So
Rob, this has been a great Alabama update.
It's the best Alabama update.
Best one ever.
It is.
I'm not picking at all Alabama fans right now, but everybody might want to look in the mirror.
For sure.
Yes.
Go, what am I doing?
Right.
We live in the best country in the world. We have all the sports. Everybody. There was people here from Scotland, from all over the world, walking around for this soccer deal, and they were going, "Wow, look at America! Look what America has to offer."
You know what's great about that? They went to college towns and they seen really the fabric of the United States. Instead of going to New York and California where we all get these stigmas that that's the United States, that's really not the United States anymore.
No.
The Midwest, the South, the Auburn University campuses, those are the heart of this country.
Right.
And these people are experiencing that in the hospitality and stuff like that. And for the most part, it's been 100% positive as far as I've seen.
Yeah.
Right. Here's another thing that while I got y'all on there and I'm venting a little bit, we are 3 weeks from America's 250th birthday.
Yeah.
And you don't hardly see squat around. Every city ought to have flags up and everything else. Happy birthday, America, and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And you don't see nothing on it.
I can tell you some things about that, but I'd get in trouble.
Yeah. We see.
Well, but I hate to talk, and that's not politics. That's about this is the greatest country in the world. Everybody's dying to get here, and we want to tear it down and be like everybody else.
The problem is they come here and they want to change it. And if your country was so great, why did you leave it?
Well, there you go. That's my thing, and I just hope everybody that's listening today thinks about that just for a few minutes and says, let's do something positive. Let's be happy in America.
So many people want to tear it down. You live in this country. You should be wanting to build up. If you don't have a solution, be quiet. You know what I'm saying? It's just continuous complaining. Oh, Trump did this, Trump did that, or Biden did that. If you don't have a solution, shut up. That's my advice for the future.
Let's take him to the train. Let's take him to the train station.
Exactly.
All right, Rob. Thank you for calling, buddy. Appreciate you,
Appreciate
man. Roll Tide. Go Gators.
That was the best Alabama update we've ever had.
So informative.
Don't ever answer that phone from Rob again.
So honest.
Let's talk about some of the great people. Honest, man. You talking about honest. That's Stevenson Air Conditioning. Love that, man. They are incredible anytime, day or night. If you have a problem, your house is not getting cool, call Stevenson Air Conditioning. Be the best investment you ever did. They are great. No doubt about that. Get down to the legendary J. Michael's restaurant on Thomas Drive. The best seafood, ice cold beer, the legendary J. Michael's. Quesadilla and black beans and quesadillas special today, but you can get those pork chops, those steaks, those burgers, everything at the legendary J. Michael's. It is incredible. It's like a museum in there. Love Russ, love Patrick, love Amber, David Adams, designer jewelry. You got some jewelry that's broke, you want to get it fixed, don't go anywhere else. Get it done locally. David Adams. Where are they at? They're over in Lynn Haven. We'll be right back, 104.3. What's going on down in Auburn? I don't know. What's going on in Tuscaloosa? Ask Rob. 104.3, ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
Spurrier is exactly that. Now, let me ask y'all this. This is going to be a intrigued answer because he's actually your head coach. Is Kiffin hanging into that eventually of the most hated coaches of all time?
Yeah, he's this era's nominee.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Tuesday's weather forecast. Definite thunderstorms and light sprinkles this afternoon. An evening with a high near 84 and a wind 13 to 17 miles per hour. A likelihood of thunderstorms and very light showers tonight and a temperature of 78. The same tomorrow around 84 with some clouds and a possibility of thunderstorms. Mostly cloudy in the morning, and then likely thunderstorms Thursday and quite warm around 84. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
DraftKings Sports is live in all 50 states. Yes, that means you, Florida. The whole world is watching one tournament right now. Group stage chaos, knockout drama, stoppage time heartbreak. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in Florida. So whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you're in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in Florida, the world's biggest stage is in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers sign up now with code NWFlorida. Spend $5 to get $200 in total rewards. That's code NWFlorida in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings. Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim issued in non-withdrawable prediction dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends June 28. Terms, dkng.co/predictions promo.
This is Coach Stephen Pearl. Your home for Auburn basketball on the Panhandle is 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Whoa! Eagle! Hey, Martha, Kenny, James, Jenna, Craig, Elizabeth, Stevenson, all you Auburn Tigers out, Segrist, I mean, and their grandson's going to be an Alabama guy. I think he's going to flip that family around and get them straightened out. I think the grandson will be a Bama fan. That's just me. Auburn baseball, I thought they had an outstanding baseball team. I already talked about that. I thought they kind of let us down a little bit, but they're really good. When they're good, they're really good. They didn't lose many people. Let me go back. Let me talk about what's something really good and positive about Auburn Tigers. This football coach can recruit. They're knocking out of the ballpark. I went over one yesterday. I'm going to go over a new one today. I went over ESPN recruiting yesterday. Right now, I'm going to go over, this is actually On 3's recruiting rankings. Auburn Tigers right now are 4th in the SEC in recruiting, okay? They have 18 commitments. Their big rival, the mighty Crimson Tide of Alabama, they're way back with Mississippi State. Mississippi State is 16th. Alabama, and that powerhouse recruiting house over there, they're at 15th, okay? This makes me upset all over again when you let go of the greatest recruiting department in the country. No, y'all need to go. We're from out west. We don't need you. Oh, you know everybody in the southeast? We don't need you. We're going to come in and do our thing. Anyway, I'll get off that. The number one recruiting machine right now in the SEC is Texas A&M. They got money. They got a great head coach. They got great facilities. They got 21 commitments. Oklahoma is number 2. Give him credit. He's done a really good job bringing players and talent to Oklahoma. They got 24 commitments. At number 3, and I said it again, the two teams are going to be Florida and Auburn, the big surprise teams this year. The Florida Gators at number 3, 22 commitments. Auburn is at number 4 with 18 commitments. Number 5, the Texas Longhorns with 14 commitments. And number 6, the Georgia Bulldogs and Kirby Smart. Now, we are seeing more focused on our roster, getting other college players, transfers, and not big-time high school recruits, like you pointed out. That is playing into this.
Absolutely.
But let's go to number 7, Ole Miss. They got 15 commitments. Kentucky has done a pretty good job. They got 24 commitments. LSU only has 8. I think they're doing more like you were talking about.
Well, their last year class was huge, and their porter class was huge. So you do have to balance it out. There's no.
They're trying to keep people.
There's no unlimited budgets in college, football, despite what people think. So you have to manage it from year to year. What's your needs? How much do you have to retain from last year's team? So it all plays into. That's what I'm saying. These GMs are now hugely important to these colleges.
At number 10 is Tennessee, and number 11 is Missouri. They both have 14 commitments. Vandy is at number 12 ahead of Alabama. Vandy's at number 12, 11 commitments. Arkansas, Somerville's done a pretty good job there. They've got 17 commitments. South Carolina, it only has 8. Alabama only has 8. Mississippi State has 14. Go back, Jason, talk about what you were talking about and make people understand this. You're not going to see maybe Kirby, maybe even Ohio State. I'm not sure how they're playing it. They're going to focus in and spend money on keeping the guys they want that's already there. Then they're going to go get college players that already developed and invest money with them and then the high school players.
Well, just from an Ohio State perspective, because that's who I follow. When you got a Jeremiah Smith, when you got Chris Henry Jr., when you got Julian Sane, when you got top-end NIL players, you probably have $10, $15 million wrapped up into them, and those guys are sophomores, so they're coming back for their junior season. They're going to make even more money, so that factors in what you have to spend for next year's class. And like LSU had a big class last year, so this year there's no way they were going to come in and spend $30 million on 20 new high school players. They have holes in the roster they may address through the portal, but they were always going to take a small high school class. That's why these rankings don't mean a whole lot to me. What I look is average star ranking, and when you see the level, so Alabama may only take 10 players, but if they got 3 5-stars and 6 4-stars and they're filling needs, that's a good class.
I wish that was the case.
That may not be the case. I'm just giving an example because
now Auburn. I'm telling you, Auburn's bringing some good players in.
Auburn and Florida. Florida is killing it, in my opinion. I think Florida's done the best job as far as filling the roster. They actually had some talent there that they could build on. I think Florida fans should be really, really excited, not only about next year, but the next couple of years, because I think they made a really good hire. It may have just fell in their lap. I know they wanted Lane Kiffin, but I think they got the better coach, to be honest.
Yeah.
For the long term. Lane Kiffin
They
can
both
coach
got
offense.
it all worked out.
Right.
LSU got what they needed. Florida got what they needed.
I'm very interested in to see how Texas A&M plays this out. We've seen them under Jimbo Fisher buy every recruit on the nation. That's what they're doing now. They beat Miami for a 5-star local kid. They're going to get John Meredith, probably the number 1 cornerback. I mean, they got probably 5 or 6 5-stars. They have the best class by a mile. But
who's that?
Texas A&M.
Oh, yeah.
But we saw this under Jimbo where they went out and just bought a class, bought every top player. It just didn't mesh, and it really fell off the rails because when you got that many high-level kids and everybody's comparing Ferraris and how much money they're making, sometimes that culture lacks. So we're going to really see if Elko's a good guy to be able to.
I believe in him. I really do.
I think he's a good coach.
I do too.
But I think it's dangerous to go out there and just buy every 5-star and every prima donna on the planet and see if you can't build that roster and make it come together. So we're going to see. There's different philosophies out there. Miami's another school that does that.
3 schools that come to mind when you just talked about A&M. Texas Tech, Texas, and Texas A&M. Let's take this phone call. Good morning, sir.
In Miami.
In Miami. You're 4. Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning, Coach. How you doing, Mr. Hall of Famer?
Hey, what's going on, Big Daddy?
Well, you asked me to call this morning.
Oh,
so
that's
I did.
right. Yeah. I'm glad you did. Talk to us about something local that was pretty big.
It was pretty big. I still don't know a whole lot about it because he called me from the plane. My grandson, Asher, Jared's middle son, he's a sophomore down in South Florida right now. He's on his way back now from Japan from an international jiu-jitsu tournament.
Oh, nice.
Listen to this.
We're in the 213-pound weight class. He took the gold.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
Gold,
impressive.
baby. Gold. How old is he?
So that's, he's a sophomore at South Florida. I think he's 19, going on maybe 20.
Wow.
So I guess nobody messes with him, huh?
Conrad, how big is he? You're big. Your son was big. Is he really a big guy?
He's not that big. He's about 6'1", but he was doing I'd say wrestling. It's not wrestling, but anyway, his weight class was 213.
Yeah. The reason I asked you that because when you're taller, I think it's harder to perform all those skills. And about 6 foot, I can see somebody 6 foot doing it. But that's unbelievable. Yeah. Gold medal. I wouldn't want to mess with him.
Jiu-jitsu is a little bit different. Flexibility is the most important thing. You see a lot of longer, leaner guys because flexibility is so important. But we see more wrestlers go into jiu-jitsu now. Some of the big-timers, like the kid from Penn State, Gabe Stevenson from Minnesota is All-American. He's going into MMA and jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. So those guys that are wrestling in high school are transitioning into jiu-jitsu because there's a lot of money in it now. The UFC's got a jiu-jitsu basically league now. I've actually trained a little bit over there at Emerald Coast with Thor and them. They got a great school. They got Smash Brothers in town. I know those are rivalries, so they might not like being talked about in the same sentence. But there's a lot of good high-level guys around here. If you want to train, especially these youth programs, you go to these youth programs, there's 30, 40 kids in there from ages 5 to 12. I mean,
wow.
Yeah, and it's really good for after school. If you want to get your kids involved in something that takes discipline, it teaches toughness, something that can help them protect themselves in, hairy situations. I mean, I'm all for
But they also teach them to try to avoid it.
For sure, 100%.
Yeah.
It's not something, hey, you're going to go up there and be tough with somebody.
Right.
Jiu-jitsu is made for people that are a little bit smaller that can control bodies and really protect themselves. It's great for females. I think females should learn jiu-jitsu because if you have a 230-pound guy, but you know a couple ways to get him to the ground, choke him and stuff like that, you have a better chance than just trying to stand up and box with a guy that's twice your size. That ain't going to work.
Comrade,
Jason's absolutely correct about the wrestling part because my grandson, he wrestled 3 years at Child's just to help with his jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
During the off season.
So the Brazilians never really had wrestling involved in it. They were more of a gi type of jiu-jitsu. The Americans have really, and Russians, actually the Dagestanians have taken it to the next level. They've actually incorporated wrestling because taking somebody down and being able to control them is just as important as some of the moves that you need to really be successful at jiu-jitsu.
Did was Jared in this? Did he learn it from his dad, or did he just want to do it himself?
No. His best friend in high school was, of course, on the wrestling team, but he was also really, really, really good in jiu-jitsu. He's better than Asher, but his weight class was a little bit more competition. So the two of them went to Japan, were invited over here to that tournament, so both of them went over there for that tournament.
That's
As a matter of
impressive.
fact, his friend has actually got his own jiu-jitsu studio in Tallahassee.
Wow. I would say this, when Jared, and even I know Jared's a little bit younger than me, it wasn't as big as it is now. It's everywhere now. There's jiu-jitsu studios everywhere. I mean, you see so many kids from the age of 5 on. That's why some of these MMA fighters are so good. They grow up in this atmosphere. A lot of kids used to play soccer or, they would play baseball. There's a lot of kids going now into jiu-jitsu, into wrestling, and it's such a huge sport now globally. It's just a different type of era now. When we were that age, it just wasn't as big and it wasn't as common.
Comrade, we got to take a break. Tell that boy, man, we're proud of him. Maybe we can get him on the show one day.
Well, we'll have to get him up from Tampa. Like I say, he's going to school in South Florida now.
Okay. All right, but
He's studying space aero engineering. I don't know, something of it.
Does he play football down there?
Kid, takes that for
Yeah, I got a minor than that. I got my minors in that. Yeah.
Julie's got a minor in that, basically.
All right, man. Thanks for the call, comrade. Can you believe
Have a
that
good day.
gold medal? That's crazy.
Especially in Japan, because usually the Asian countries are very much more versed in martial arts.
That wrestling stuff, that's really good. That's some
it's
that's
very
some
good.
tough kids.
Those are the
that's the toughest sport out there.
Yeah, because it's just you and them, and it's about who's going to quit first. So
Kobe Baker, I mean, he traveled the world.
Yeah.
He was unbelievable. I saw him the other day. His baby just had a birthday first.
Oh, nice.
Hutch is 1 year old. Hutch Baker, 1 year old. All right, let's talk about some of our great people, man. Love all of them. Get out to Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. Have a wonderful meal. Go watch the game at 1 o'clock today at Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. Watch Troy get it done. Big game against West Virginia. I hope Troy wins. That'd be awesome. Dr. Ward, 1 in 5 developed skin cancer. It can be deadly. Listen to him tomorrow at 7:30 right here in ESPN Northwest Florida. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. Get out to Newbies, have a great time. 4 wonderful locations. John and Charlotte always give back to the community. Let's make sure we support them. Don't forget about Stevenson Air Conditioning. Steve's Bike Shop on 23rd Street. Electrical bikes are taking over the world. They got a large selection of new and used electrical bikes, standard bikes, everything right there. Is he local? He's a swim coach at Mosley High School. That's how local. I want to get my boat fixed. I don't want to take a marina. What can I do?
You can call the Florida Main. Call Jermaine Allen. He will come to you. You don't take the boat anywhere. The boat can sit right there. It gets taken care of. You drive it away, or I guess float it away from right there.
Jermaine Allen, give him a call. 850-851-4134. 850-851-4134. There is a huge game going to be played week 2. I think 2 of the best teams in the entire country. We get back, we're going to break down a little bit of that game. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Keep the game going with ESPN Northwest Florida. Just because you get out of the car doesn't mean the Sports Talk and Live play-by-play have to end. Just say, hey, Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida. From Michigan Avenue to the man cave, from the car to the kitchen, we've got you covered. Keep the game going. Hey, Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida.
Experience a higher level of service. David Adamson Designer Jewelry has been providing you the very best of fine jewelry and repair in Lynn Haven for over 32 years. David has added Amber Anderson and Russ Klinger, names you've known and trusted in PCB for years with your fine jewelry and watch needs. Find that one-of-a-kind engagement ring, that special anniversary gift, or something colorful just for you. Amber and Russ will find it or build it for you. Serving Bay County and beyond in Lynn Haven at the corner of Ohio Avenue and 9th. David Adamson Designer Jewelry.
Looking to upgrade your truck? It's Blue Diamond Truck Accessories in Panama City. They sell, service, and install it all. Light kits, bed covers, bumpers, winches, lift kits, and any trailer hitch you can imagine. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, just west of Frankfort Avenue on 15th Street. Find Blue Diamond Truck Accessories on Facebook or call 850-914-0265. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, 850-914-0265.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
He's a 10-foot-tall, barrel-chested beast man who showers in vodka and feeds his baby shrimp scampi.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Please welcome.
Ain't gonna hurt.
Live and local from the J. Michaels studio, the Coach James Hale Show, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Welcome back. We got a phone call, I believe. Do we have? No, we don't have a phone call.
We don't.
No, we don't. I hated this. Dennis Bush. I texted him yesterday when I saw it. His daughter had posted a picture of his mother. Great picture of his mother. Coach Bush coached at Bay High School. He coached at Arnold High School. Legend over there. His son, all three of the kids are brilliant. I mean, I think it's Daniel. Perfect score in one of the tests, got a full ride at the University of Alabama, worked for Nick Saban for years, coached at Arkansas, Colorado State, came back to Alabama with Nick Saban, turned down Kirby Smart to stay with Nick Saban, and the next year Nick retires. But Daniel's Dennis's mother passed away. I think she was 80.
No, she was. I think he's at 94.
Oh, okay. Anyway, it was a sweet lady. So Dennis, y'all keep Dennis Bush in your prayers. We do. I think we might have a call. I was going to break down real quick. I just want you guys' opinion on this, and we've got all summer to do this. But I was already looking up. Jared and I were talking about Texas, Ohio State, Georgia. We think those are probably going to be the three best schools in the country in college football. And we started talking about that Ohio State game, and you look at position by position, quarterback. Everybody thinks that Manning's the guy that's been there for 3 years now. And then you look at Sayan, started every game as a true, or most every game as a true freshman. So he's got experience now. So is that a push? Who's got the advantage there? Jared thinks Texas got the advantage. It might be a push. Anyway, if it didn't, then Texas. Running backs, the only one I wasn't sure about was running back. Texas went out and got the number one running back from NC State, transfer running back in the country. He was at Alabama, and Texas got him there. Receivers, Texas got the number one receiver in the country. That's just some of the people they brought in to plug gaps, and they had a pretty good team coming back. They were probably one of the hottest teams in college football at the end of the year. This is a huge, huge football game being played at Texas. I think that is a big help. Then you look at Ohio State. We talked about the quarterback position. The receiver position, Ohio State, you got to give them the best player in the country, in my opinion, Smith. But help me with running backs. Who do you think has the best running back groups? Is it the first two at Texas or the first two at Ohio State? I don't know about the Ohio State running backs.
When I talk about offense, I always talk about scheme first. It all depends what they try to do. I'm talking about Ohio State mostly. Like when Ohio State got bogged down last year, they got way too predictable. They went 3 tight ends. They had 2 double tights with a tight end and a wing, tight end and a fullback, and they just got hammered because they knew that Sane was never going to run the ball. They never called a running play for him all year. Not one. So you knew, take the quarterback out, he's never going to run the ball. You take Jeremiah Smith out, he's on the sidelines. So who's going to get the ball? It's going to be the guy right there in the I formation. It can't be that predictable. Now, if they mix things up and they got Arthur Smith, who's got a ton of NFL experience, Coach Derrick Henry with the Titans and such, I don't know. I think that they're going to be pretty good. Bo Jackson was a true freshman last year for Ohio State, ran for 1,000 yards. I think people overlooked that. He only started like the last 5 games. He ran for 1,000 yards.
Yeah, he's a freshman All-American.
Yeah, he's legit. I mean, he can play.
So you think Ohio State's got the better running backs?
It's hard to say. It just depends what they ask them.
I would say this. I lean Texas. I think they have a little bit more explosiveness there, but I don't think it's such a huge gap that I'm going to be worried that that's going to cause. But I will say this. I think Ohio State's offensive line, they got everybody back. They got Ian Moore that's going to fill in at left tackle. They're going to be able to move Sarah Volt to right tackle, who started at left tackle last year. I think that makes that offensive line's
good too.
Tons better. But they struggled last year. That was their biggest issue last year's offensive line. So I got to see it from them. To me, I think Ohio State's offensive line is much better. So I think it's the run game with Arthur Smith coming on board is going to be a push. I think you say that at a lot of positions. I may give some edges to Texas on defense with Muschamp coming in just because we lost Downs, we lost Reese. So right. I think they're going to be really good. It's just they're replacing guys with younger guys.
Before
and it's going to
get
take
out of here, I got to ask you both this question. I want you to tell me before you leave. You look at quarterback position. I would saying passing, because Manning struggled in passing games.
100%, yeah.
I think he's a better passer, but overall quarterback, I think Manning's a better dual threat. You just pointed out they didn't even let him run the ball. Is that because they didn't want to get hurt because he can't run? Who's got the advantage at quarterback, in your opinion? Being fair and balanced, not take off the Buckeye hat. Who's got the better quarterback?
I think it's close. I think it depends on what you want, accuracy from the pocket, or you want the dual threat guy. I mean, to me,
in that game, who's going to have the better advantage having that quarter in that big a game? Somebody that can run, somebody can just sit in the pocket. Who would you give the advantage to?
The younger guy last year outplayed the older guy, and he threw for 78% completion percentage, which was the record. I mean, he was the 3rd highest rated quarterback in college football history last year. I'll take same. I'm biased, but I never really saw a lot from Manning from the pocket that makes me to believe that if you can contain him, and we have a very good defensive line coach and scheme with Patricia that can contain him, that he could beat you. They scored 7 points against us last year.
Yeah. And every guy's open, he can get the ball.
Yeah, and I mean, I seen him late in the season. I know he did some good things, but they were against lesser competition, and it wasn't something that wowed me. I still saw some mechanic issues. I still see him throwing sidearm off his back foot a lot of times. So if he can fix that, he could be good. I think his running can make up for that. That's why I say it's so close until we get into who you're playing against matters. The defense matters. So both these teams have elite edge rushers. They got elite linebackers.
Real Muschamp, baby. Real Muschamp. Jim, who has the better quarterback, Ohio State or Texas?
I think Ohio State does. If you watch Sain's tape from high school, he can run the ball.
Yeah, he's going to this year.
And I'm just going to put this in a perspective of this isn't the first time. C.J. Stroud, when he played, I never knew he could run the ball until
the Georgia game
against Georgia. It's like, where's this been? Where's he been? That was intentional. Him not running the ball last year was intentional. He's a freshman. They didn't want to get him hurt. They knew the backup wasn't ready. So this is keeping it up. We got a great team around him. Let's keep it simple. That's not going to be the case. They can't, in my opinion, they can't do that. He's got to play. You got to play. You got to be a runner too, not just standing back there and throwing.
All right,
he can run the ball.
Let's take this phone call. I will see you guys tomorrow. I go to a doctor's appointment. You two take over. James, tomorrow.
All right, Michael, you there?
He's back.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry. I'm a radio hog. I just want to correct some things. I want the job of being a guy like at the Wilbon and Kornheiser show who says where y'all screwed up. But y'all haven't screwed up that much. But Jason, Pete Rose is not under a lifetime ban. He was under a lifetime ban, but he's dead. So he can now go in the Hall of Fame. Okay, well, go ahead. I mean, you just kind of misled us. Anyway, I love you, man. Don't get upset at me. I'm going to call you later today and get some of that ivermectin extract from you and some zinc.
Okay.
All right. I'm serious. My PO is going to call you. That's my daughter.
Right on.
She floated the Cahaba River this weekend and didn't see any gators near Birmingham.
That's good.
Which
it's a little north for them, man. It gets a little cold up there, so for them to be up there.
Well, that's what I was going to tell you. Jim Bob asked me about Tennessee. It depends on the temperature of the water in the river. Like if you go up to Dollywood, there's no gators up there, okay?
Right.
You go down toward Memphis, Hatchie River, Mississippi, Forked Deer, Old Vine, there's gators there.
Yeah, water.
I'm going to tell you my funniest gator story. A guy came in and told the Tennessee Wildlife Resources officer, that's a mouthful in itself, hey, there's a gator out in the O'Bine River bottom east of Milan, which, by the way, produced some good ball players, including one that played for the Titans. But he went to Kentucky, the son of a, well, I don't want to finish that curse. Anyway, so the guy goes, well, then it's okay if I kill it, if it's not there. And he said, and the Wildlife Resources officer goes, well, yeah, okay, go ahead. So he goes and kills the reptile and brings it in. It turns out it was one of those crocodiles from South America.
So not an alligator then.
Not really, but it turned out it was a pet that somebody had turned loose into the O'Bine.
Oh, wow.
Is it a caiman?
Yeah, caiman. Thank you, Jim Bob. You are the smartest guy that's on the radio, even though you're the oldest.
Yeah, I am old.
You know, here's the thing. You delivered punishment. You did not accept it. You didn't take those subconcussive blows when you were playing tight end for the Zips.
That's right.
That's right. You whipped butt. Let me tell you something. I told somebody the other day that you were often the smartest guy in Chipley when you coached up there.
Yeah.
And then you left every day, and they were stupid after that.
Yeah. I tell you what, I really like Chipley. I really did. That's a good place to coach and teach.
Chipley's an awesome place. It's got one of the greatest basketball players in American history was from there.
Artis Gilmore.
That's right. Thank you. Of course, he played at the Negro School, didn't he?
Yeah, he didn't play at Chipley. Yeah. And the other one, somebody posted online about Amp Lee, and I said, yeah, Amp Lee's from Chipley, Florida. And I said, oh, yeah, that's
Amp Lee was from Chipley, a Seminole great, Viking great. I like his half-brother, Tony Davis, who played at
Tony Davis, yep.
Well, I thought Tony should have stuck to basketball.
Yeah.
I really believe he could have gone to the NBA as a small man.
He reminds me of Charlie Ward a little bit.
Right, exactly. Charlie Ward. Thank you. That's the interesting thing about FSU. Their greatest athletes in football have, like Charlie Ward went to basketball, and Bob Urich and Burt Reynolds went to Hollywood, and what's his name from Miami? He's barely alive. Corso goes into TV also. Yeah.
All right, anyway, Mike, we're going to have to get up here on a break, my man.
Y'all have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Mike. All right, guys, we're going to roll into a break. Big thanks to all of our sponsors, Florida Maine. Jason, talk to us about what you do, my man.
We're on 23rd Street, Del Coronado Village, Max Fit Sports Nutrition. We got a free sample bar so you can come try products before you buy them. We have the largest selection of pure peptides, not some China-based stuff that you can come down and talk to me about if you're interested in those. If you're not really sure what to take and what they do, come talk to me. I'm in Max on 23rd Street, 2 to 7 Monday through Friday and 2 to 5 on Saturday. And we have a location in Pier Park North, so you can go check out either location. And don't forget the bodybuilding show this weekend at Arnold. Morning show starts at 8:30. Night show starts at 4. So if you're looking at that, you can get tickets at the gate.
All right, break time, everybody. We'll be right back. What did we discuss? I don't know.
Baseball.
Set your alarm clock to wake up with the Coach Hale Show on ESPN Northwest Florida.
We can go to a youth sporting event, drink, and you know how they can get when they don't get their way? Man, that can create a problem.
In-depth local and college sports from expert insiders and a dash of controversy.
The day and age we live in with parents going crazy, getting in fights. I don't see alcohol making that any better.
Weekday mornings 7 to 9.
5 minutes can save your life.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Tuesday's weather forecast. Definite thunderstorms and light sprinkles this afternoon. An evening with a high near 84 and a wind 13 to 17 miles per hour. A likelihood of thunderstorms and very light showers tonight and a temperature of 78. The same tomorrow around 84 with some clouds and a possibility of thunderstorms. Mostly cloudy in the morning, and then likely thunderstorms Thursday and quite warm around 84. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Lone Star Boil House and Sports Bar, where the locals go for the best boiled seafood around. Crawfish, shrimp, red royals, and everything crabs. Watch almost every sporting event in the country on their huge outdoor jumbotron. Follow them on Facebook to stay up to date on weekly events, live music, and food and beer specials. Lone Star Boil House and Sports Bar, your home away from home for sports, good times, and great food. The best boiled seafood. Lone Star Boil House and Sports Bar, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
With over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia and supplies, new and vintage cards, and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory, or visit online, InstantReplaySportsCards.com.
Now, it's time for your Atlanta Braves morning update. Presented by Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Get clean car happy at any of the 250-plus Tidal Wave Auto Spa locations today.
Homestand starts tonight. I'm Barrett Salee, and this is your Braves Radio Network morning update.
Tidal Wave Auto Spa is the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves and your go-to car wash destination all season long. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com to find a location nearest you.
Braves dropped their final series of the road trip to the New York Mets 2-1. After an off day, they look to get things started off on the right foot tonight against the Giants. 6-game homestands, game 1 coming your way tonight. It'll be Adrian Hauser on the mound for the Giants. The veteran 33-year-old is 2-6 with a 5.54 ERA, 24 walks, 46 strikeouts, a 154 whip, and a 289 opponent batting average. He is in the lowest 11th percentile in chase percentage and whiff percentage this season. Grant Holmes gets the ball for the good guys. He's 4-2, has a 4.05 ERA, 29 walks, 59 strikeouts, a 134 whip, and a 235 opponent batting average. Opponents hitting 176 against his sinker. Ford leadoff show with myself and Chris Domino at 6, and first pitch between the Braves and the Giants with Ben Ingram and Darren O'Day is 7:15 across the street at Truist Park, and we'll have all of it on the Braves Radio Network.
ESPN Northwest Florida. The tradition continues.
Lots of force on this one. Hello, Chop House. A 2-run homer.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels studio.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back to the Coach James Hale Show, minus Coach James Hale.
That's right.
He tried to escape the weather already. He's scared and put his little helmet on and ran out the door.
That's right.
All right, Jim, weather update. Give it to us.
Well, I'm looking at the big weather board straight in front of me here. And it
close.
looks like most of the weather is going north of us. So we're going to get rain, but I don't think it's going to be as bad as what James Hale makes it ought to be. I think it's going to go north of us. But there's a big blob out by Texas, so that's 2. So I don't know what that might be.
That's a big old scary blob. It looks like, rain, you know.
Really
rain,
depends
rain,
on what develops
rain.
in here. If you're watching on, YouTube, I'm doing my weatherman impersonation. But if this starts to build in here, we might get something here in the next hour or 2. But it looks like Jim said it's going to go north of us in the next couple hours. So it might be 4 or 5 hours before we see any rain.
Right.
But who's weather? We're not weather.
Yeah, we'll see.
The ESPN weather update brought to us by us. All right, let's take a look at the college baseball games we got today. Well, first up, we have the elimination game. Actually, both today are elimination games. But game number 1 coming to us 1 o'clock on ESPN. Number 16, West Virginia, taking on Troy. Troy gets to sit in the home dugout for this game. Looks like Vegas right now leaning more towards West Virginia for the win. What you guys got?
Yeah, we were talking about before, of all the teams I've seen, the team that I enjoy watching play the most is Troy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that they got like 31 losses. They were like 38, 31, something like that. It's like, but man, you'd never know about watching them play. they're really hitting the crowd. I think they're averaging like 10 runs in the playoffs or something like that.
Oh, something crazy like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's like Troy. So I'm hoping Troy will win, but their season may come to an end. We'll see.
Yeah, and I think their 8-hole hitter is the hottest hitter on the planet right now. I think he was like 10 for 16, had 6 home runs through the super regional and regional, and he's a 270 hitter on the year.
Is that the guy they call Jabe?
Yeah. So,
yeah.
I mean, he's been crushing the ball.
Right.
I do think West Virginia has a little bit more pitching, so I'm a little bit nervous for Troy in this one. Just for my, head, I got to go West Virginia. I'm pulling for Troy. I want to see the close to hometown team, make it through, and they got a chance. I'm not saying West Virginia is like this great team, but
Right.
I think their pitching is a little bit better. I think West Virginia's going to move on. I was actually been impressed with West Virginia so far through the tournament. But the next game is the one I think everybody's wanting to see. This is a heavyweight battle right here.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, for me, the West Virginia-Troy game, I want Troy to win. I want to see Troy go on. Love seeing the local team with the local guys making it big, but it's going to be a tough hill to climb. West Virginia pitching absolutely dominant, has one of the lowest ERAs left in the competition right now at a 3.84 ERA. So probably going to West Virginia, but pulling for Troy. Second game, game number 2, the evening game, also be found on ESPN. Number 3 Georgia, number 6 Texas. This is just a flip-flop from what we had, 2 days ago?
Yeah, a couple days ago.
And right now, Vegas line is mighty close at a negative 125 for Georgia.
I was a little surprised by that number. Based on the first game, I thought Georgia just was head and shoulders above. I picked Texas coming in, but watching that first game, people thought Georgia's bats might slow down a little bit, but they were just dominant. So I would like to stick with my pick of Texas, but from what I've seen, I think Georgia's one of the top 2-3 teams in the tournament. I got to go Georgia here. I think they played Oklahoma really well, even though Oklahoma pulled that out. They got behind a little bit, and they ended up losing 4-3. But
it was the first inning, the first 3-4 hitters.
So that didn't do anything to deter me to think that Georgia's not one of the top 2 or 3 teams in this. So I'll take Georgia in this. I think they have a real chance to come back and maybe win this whole thing, even though they lost a game.
Right. Yeah, my overall pick for the whole thing was Georgia as well. And I'm like Jason. I thought that, they got behind 3-0 after the first inning and ended up losing 4-3. So it was a very competitive game, very entertaining. They both got really good players. So we'll see.
I thought it was interesting that the family has a player on Oklahoma and Georgia team. Did you see that?
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Was it the Branch kids?
I think so. Yeah. That sounds
I think
like
one of them hit a 3-run homer, and the other one was had to walk
Had to
and
go
stolen base, and they had their Oklahoma Georgia shirt split down the middle, and they wouldn't sit on either side at the team because that's got to be tough for a family because the players on both teams. You want both teams to succeed. You got kids on each team, so I thought that was pretty interesting. But Georgia's legit. I think they're a very, very good team, and I think their pitching's really good. We'll see. This is why they played Schnozlegel. All this money is to come to Texas and win them a title, so we'll see if he can make a difference. But I do think Georgia's as advertised.
For me, coming up with this one, it's Georgia. Did Georgia lose to Oklahoma? Absolutely they did. But the thing is they still came away with 8 hits during that game, 3 home runs, and a double. The bats are still hot for Georgia. They've not cooled off. They didn't get the runs that you expect to come with those hits. But getting those hits is what's going to make you those runs because you can only get so many runs from errors and walks and everything like that. So for me, Georgia, if those bats stay alive, which they have so far, Georgia will just roll through this competition.
We'll see.
And that'll set up a rematch with Oklahoma, I believe. So
that I do believe that is how it would work out because I think it's the Troy game that goes on to North Carolina tomorrow.
That's the brackets that they were on. So some good games left to play. These are really good games today. I think the headliner is definitely going to be Georgia, Texas. Those are 2 of the teams that people thought could win it all. Just it kind of happens that they played each other in the first game. Now they're going to play an elimination game. So we'll see. I do like Georgia in that one, though. You want to go back to the Texas-Ohio State matchup? I mean, he was trying to pound us on that.
Yeah,
I mean,
James Hale was trying to get us to say that Arch Manning was the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Absolute best.
And he's good. He's gotten better. I thought he was when he played Ohio State last year. I thought he was terrible.
Right.
He improved a bunch. He did. But who you play matters too. he shredded Michigan as a runner in their bowl game at the end of the year. I don't think he'll do that to Ohio State, but we'll see.
Overall matchup, I think this is an even matchup. I think Texas did everything they could to improve that roster over the year, adding Cam Coleman, the running backs. I mean, they've improved. My biggest issue with them last year was their offensive line. I know Arch was not great at the end of the year. He was a lot better, but I think they struggled on the offensive line, and they got to get better there. I think adding Muschamp's going to be good for that program, going to add some toughness, some physicality to that defense. So I'll give Texas the edge in game one in Texas, but, Ohio State is loaded. I mean, you got Jeremiah Smith. Now you got Chris Henry Jr. on the other side. Julian Sand threw for 78% passing last year. That's a record. They have the ability to be a national championship, just along with Texas. I see about 5 or 6 teams that I'm really looking at that have rosters to go that far. Texas is one of them. Ohio State's one of them. I think Miami's one of them. I think they're the most under-talked about team on there with what they added at quarterback, wide receiver. They proved they could play defense and switch it around last year. But, there's some teams out there that are really good. But these two teams are going to be really good. I think that's one of the best early season matchups that we're going to see.
I think it's probably going to be the best just regular season matchup that we get to see for the whole season.
When you talk about NFL talent, the brands, I mean, this is what college football is about.
The environment.
And I hope these games don't go away because I know with some of the scheduling and, conference schedule's too tough. These are the out-of-conference games you really want to see.
Right.
But I think we're about done.
Yeah, we got about 30 more seconds. So, Jason, tell the people about what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village, Max Fit Sports Nutrition. We got our InBody 570. I mean, we've been working with a lot of high school teams this offseason to get them bigger, stronger, faster, just help them with the knowledge for more recovery. They got to put in the work in the weight room, obviously, but it's how you eat and the supplementation afterwards is how you rebuild the muscle. So if you want to bring your son or daughter down, we're on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village, or we're in Pier Park next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
All right, everybody. It's that time in the morning. We're heading out. We'll be back tomorrow. Coach Hale, I'm assuming he'll be back tomorrow. We'll find out then. Stick around, guys. Dan Patrick coming up next. We got the Sports Blitz coming up right here, 4 o'clock. Enjoy your day, everybody.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Double the boiled seafood.
It's the Lone Star Daily Double Boil. Just open the ESPN Northwest Florida app and smash that enter contest button.
It's a daily chance to win 2 $25 gift cards. Winning!
For the ultimate local seafood hookup.
Mouth-watering shrimp.
Buttery red royals.
All things crab.
Tap the app, win the eats. Get to clicking on the ESPN Northwest Florida app.
Good morning. This is Anna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Tuesday's weather forecast. Definite thunderstorms and light sprinkles this afternoon. An evening with a high near 84 and a wind 13 to 17 miles per hour. A likelihood of thunder